Well, good morning, everybody, and we're sitting at the little, what do we call this?
Porch.
It's a porch, but so we can see there's all that. Carol's hiding, but ow. So anyway, the video today, I thought we would put together something that would have all the things that are a bit different around here, that coming here as Americans that we find different, and which is not a bad thing, but just different. So I wrote a list of things down. We're gonna go to a grocery store later, and hopefully I'll get some video of this. We were talking about and I know some of these things are not different. Like I do have friends in the U.S. that have eggs that are on. They're not refrigerated, and so
It's a chocolate.
I know you're distracted. She sees a chakalaka. And the funny thing, she posted once chakalaka, and someone put boom. So that was pretty funny. So anyway, like eggs on the shelf here are not refrigerated. I know in the U.S. so we have friends that have that too. Milk, there is some milk that is on the shelf that is not refrigerated.
Most of the milk is unrefrigerated, and the milk that you do get in the refrigerated area is only whole milk. You don't have a selection of milk like 2% skim. You can't find the almond milks and the soy milks in every grocery store. If you go looking, you can find them.
Yeah, let's see. Costa cheese. That's a big one.
Yes, cheese is a hot commodity because it's
Imported.
imported. So a bag of shredded cheese that I'm used to buying, say at JC or Kroger, a lot of times 2 for $5 for 2 bags will be $7 or $8 for one bag.
Yeah.
So we have learned to buy blocks of cheese and shred it ourselves, which is a little more cost effective.
There's a few stores that have a lot cheaper stuff. It just depends. You have to go to multiple stores to find what you want and at the price you want. So, and I know we talked about the bakery, I think before, is that we got a loaf of like a baguette for 85 cents. It just came out of the oven. And then the other day we got, now it was a little more expensive because there's this place called Morton's, is the bread place, but they have the most awesome sourdough. And that came out of the oven. It was so fresh that they couldn't even use their slicer machine because it would collapse. It was so airy and tasty. That was good stuff. And then let's see, one of the things I've got here. Eventually we'll do get some pictures of is the cars, the names, and the different manufacturers. One of my favorites, Chang'an. There's a lot of Chinese ones here, so we'll get some of those. Jetour, yeah. We're gonna hopefully get some video of driving in David, which is a whole different thing. We're much better at that. Power outages at night. We haven't had one in what?
Don't
probably
say it.
we probably haven't had one in maybe
4 or 5 days at least.
At least, I mean, maybe even a week that we haven't had a power outage. But they'll come at night, and they'll be off. I've actually timed them. They're off for like 2, 3, 5 minutes, and then they're back on. But sometimes they're off for maybe an hour, but that's at the most.
In other areas, it seems that the power outages are more common, especially during the day for hours at a time. So we're pretty lucky. Yeah. I don't know if it has to do with us being up in the mountains versus town, but luckily we don't need air conditioning here.
Yeah,
so.
No air conditioning at all. So let's see. The other thing there's a lot of meds here that we don't need prescriptions for. You just go get them, and some of them are even on the shelf. So I guess what are the other things that you have been frustrated? You haven't been Rice Krispies. She wants me to make Rice Krispie treats, and we can't find Rice Krispies ever except for the chocolate covered ones. And then no crescent rolls. What else were you?
No canned dough, no canned biscuits, no crescent rolls, no cinnamon rolls, no rolls of cookie dough or break and bakes. And definitely no Cool Whip here, which
Cool Whip, yeah.
I've made my own, which is actually quite tasty.
It was good.
A little bit of work.
So, all right, so we're sitting out here looking at the Baru, the volcano. And we've been having a lot of rain here. This is rainy season, but there has been a couple of little roads have landslides, so we've seen those. And I was going to show you guys down here all the fruits that are ripe. We were actually a bit remiss not getting these off the trees and using them, but yeah, there's some down here is the tangerines, I guess. Those things are really, let's see, zoom in on, there we go. Anyway, that's our view in the morning. House is up there. We're walking right now. We go to the park every morning and walk at least 2 miles. And so American Heart Association says that's a good thing, so we're doing it. All right, we're going to get some other videos and piece this all together. So this is Ray, which is R-E-Y, and that is the Americanized grocery store. The other one we'll show you later. So Desayuno's breakfast, obviously. But here, look at the cheese prices. Here we go. Check that out. That's string cheese. So, and then we talked about there's eggs on the shelf. I don't think they have any white eggs. I think they're all brown eggs. And then here's milk. All sorts of milk. Look at the rows of milk. So, we'll go in here. We went to one of the places and where the meat market was, and Carol said we're going to be vegetarians from here on out. But here's different meats. So Carol didn't like the fact that there was chicken feet and hog snouts in certain areas, and it grossed her out. So she said we're going to be mostly vegetarian. All right, so we're arriving in David. Carol, you can narrate. That's Federal Mall.
We're passing the mall, but all the stores are very similar in here in that they have the same things, just a different store. There is a McDonald's in this store.
Yes, we ate at McDonald's.
And we did partake in some McDonald's one of the first weeks we arrived because we did miss those fries. The mall, it doesn't open until 11 o'clock. And another crazy thing that seems to be common here in Costa Rica is men just take
Panama.
a leak.
We're in Panama.
Panama and Costa Rica, is that men just take leaks just anywhere, in the mall parking lot. They pull over on the side of the road and pee. It's just must be a common thing that we're not used to.
So, look, horse.
Yep.
So,
we're actually on our way to the airport, but traffic is
normal.
Yeah, this is, I would say, mid-morning rush hour traffic.
We got guys selling bananas. Yeah, so this bag of bananas this guy's coming up to sell is $1. So, here he comes. Hey, sold 2 of his 3 bags already. You wanted to get the bag?
Sure. Get this $1.
Yay!
All right, we're getting closer to the airport, but we're taping how crazy the traffic can get as far as zigzagging turns, and
you have to stick your nose in to get.
Yeah, there's not really any stoplights or rhyme or reason. Everybody kind of pushes their way through, but it works. Nobody is angry, and a little honking of the horn is a friendly thing, and everybody just makes it worse.
No road rage.
No road rage here. Just everybody making it work.
I think this is my favorite intersection up here where I have to turn left and everyone goes left. I think this is that one I was talking about. Let's see here. this is the one. Let's see here. No, it isn't. I think every time it takes us a different way to the airport.
There's Subway here.
Yay!
In David, not where we're at. There's Subway, KFC, Burger King, McDonald's, Wendy's, Papa John's, Domino's.
Oh, fire station. Nice ambulance. Never can tell then the guys are actually making a run or they just drive around with their lights on a lot of the time. So, kind of interesting. Alright, we get to drive in front of people here. Let's see. Alright, just go. There we go. Alright, to the right.
Casino.
Here. Turn the radio down because last time I had the radio on, YouTube wouldn't let us post the video because it said it was violating. Oh, I think this is the left coming up. I think it's like in 4 blocks. My favorite left.
And there's a bilingual school at Panama.
Yep, this is my favorite up here. I remember this one because everyone's turning at the same time, the same way. What this guy doing?
Oh, that lady.
Let the lady go. There we go. Always flash your headlights to let people know that you let them go. So here, this is where you just got to stick your nose out. You just got to pull out and make people stop. Like this guy's doing. He's going to pull out far enough. And of course, if you let one person go, then 3 people go. So he's going to go. There we go. You just got to go. Just got to go. So I'm just going to go. Yep.
It's not near as bad as what
this was the easy
typically
one
a midday.
That was easy compared to what it
gridlock.
is. So, and you do have to watch that if you're in a 2-lane area that go in the same direction, you might have someone from the left lane turn across the front of you to the right. So you just gotta, but you just let people do their thing and know that they're gonna let you go sometime in the future. And then we're gonna let this guy go. Give us a little toot of the horn saying thanks. And then we get onto the main road, which takes us to the airport.
We are on our way to pick up our gracious friend Mary Ellen, who is renting her casita to us.
We got the dog.
And she's been gone for 3 weeks, and we have brought her. We've been pet sitting for her dog Sadie, and we have her in the back. And I have her. Let's see. Hi, Sadie. And I have her in a little tutu, dressed up to see her when we get there. So Sadie is 15, and she's hanging in there.
So these are one of the more famous buses around the area, and they pick up people. It's like less than $2 to ride from Boquete to David, which is like a 30-minute drive. So anyway, they're basically school buses. They've been hopped up, painted up, got the big pipes out the back. Pretty awesome. The wheels. Carol won't videotape it. She says it's an intrusion. Anyway, we're going to get some video of going into David here in a bit. I don't know if you can see it in this picture, but we're looking down towards David, and we can actually see the Pacific Ocean from here. So anyway, catch back up at the end of David. So there's all sorts of different kinds of cars we don't get in the U.S., and this is one of them. This is a Ram 1000. Check this thing out. It's interesting. It's like a mini pickup truck. I don't even know what. It's got the split tailgate. And it's a big horn. An interesting car. There's probably a dozen of them. Another vehicle that we don't see is a Volkswagen pickup. I'm not sure what this is. We'll see the name of it on the back. Manual transmission. Yep. A little back here. Tiny little thing. Saviero. And it's for sale. So anyway, another interesting vehicle, Volkswagen. One of my favorite vehicles is these little vans. Some are, I think these are actually Chevrolets. This one's a Jesus van. I don't know how these don't tip over. Okay, so there is a company called Jetour, which I think is Chinese, but they have like a Bronco knockoff, which I think is what this is. I think it looks like a Bronco Sport, but they call it a Jetour. Actually, not a bad looking deal here, but they say stay away from the Chinese ones. At least that's what they tell us here. But actually, it was a good looking vehicle.